So let us now see the brainstorming of the chapter 1.1, which is the Astrologer's Day by R.K.Narayan. So the first question is A1 activity. First, given below are some descriptions. Discuss them with your partner and find out one word for each of them. An example is given for you. The scientific study of the universe and the object in it, including the stars, the planet, nebulae, and galaxies. So we have to find out that particular word which suggests the scientific study, which is astronomy. The study of the movements of the planets, sun, moon, and stars in the belief that these movements can have an influence on people's life. This science is known as the science of astrology. A person who does this science is known as an astrologer. A prediction of what will happen in the future is known as a prophecy. Okay, in the olden times, people used to do this prophecy, and the person who used to do this prophecy was known as the prophets, because they could see the future, or they had the power of predicting future, or the skill of predicting future. And when they predicted this future, it had become prophecy. Scientific discipline that studies mental states and processes and behavior in human and other animals. It is known as the psychology. In the story, we are told that the town hall park was a remarkable place in many ways for an astrologer to build his business. Okay, so the town hall is marked as the place where the astrologer used to sit and do his business. Discuss it in a group and list the exceptional qualities of that place. So we have to now see what made that place so great for the astrologer to build his business over that. First is a surging crowd. So the answer to this is a surging crowd, means lots of people moved in that at that particular place. A variety of traders and occupations, so a lot of different types of things were available at that particular place, such as the medicine sellers, sellers of stolen items, and so many different types of shops were there at the town hall park. Then an auctioneer of cheap cloth, a trader who used to sell cheap cloth, he was also there. Vendor of the fried groundnuts, so here was a person who used to sell this fried groundnuts. He used to name them in different ways and he used to sell it. Then there was a lack of the municipal lighting, so there was no lighting, proper lighting in that particular place, and gas lights, naked flares, cycle lamps, etc. were there. Okay, so this is the quality of that particular place. So the next question is the third one. The astrologer never opened his mouth till the other had spoken for at least 10 minutes. Discuss the reason behind this act. We have seen this is the skill of the astrologer. So why did he used to do that? He didn't speak for the first 10 minutes. He used to let that client or that particular person who came to him, he should speak for 10 minutes. Now why was that? See, he is good at reading people. So this particular astrologer was good at reading people. So when that particular person used to talk for 10 minutes, he would give a lot of information about him to the astrologer. He obtained a lot of information from their talk. A person who has some kind of problem, or who's going through some kind of trauma or tension, he will always try to talk about that particular problem. So when he used to come to the astrologer, unknowingly these people used to spill out everything. They used to keep up talking about their problems and how they are having bad times because of the problems, and because of that a lot of information was indirectly in the hands of the astrologer. He could analyze their character and understand their problems. A lot of 50% of information was obtained from their talk, and remaining he used to think about their character, because he had done a lot of practice in understanding those types of characters and their problems, which were very common to him. So he had now a good grip over the character and the understanding their problems. He could use the sentences and match their thoughts. He means he used to frame such sentences that could easily match their thoughts, and they could satisfy their clients. The A2 activity, the tactics used by the astrologer to earn his wages. Now he used to do very hard work, so let us see how he used to get his money. The tactics. First is analysis of human troubles. So he was good at analyzing the person's problems. Next was shrewd guesswork. After letting that particular person, understanding that particular person's problems, his background, he would just do little bit of guesswork. Next is understanding the human behavior. So understanding of human behavior means after knowing about that particular person, analysis of the human troubles and using his sentences, he would understand what is the exact problem of that person. Now usually a person, for example, if we say that a particular person is unhappy, he will be unhappy only because of two things. One is his family and second is this money. So the astrologer was good at thinking about this. He would understand this and he used to frame such types of sentences which would help those particular people. The next, an astrologer's appearance helps to create an impression on his clients. Complete the following. So we have seen that that particular astrologer, he had a type of getup, okay, a fixed getup he used to wear. Things, the turban on his head, yes, the that orange color, a saffron color turban which was always present on his head. Then sacred ash with vermilion on his forehead, okay. He used to have that on his forehead and people would believe it. This particular person has some what's say magical powers or he's something very great. Next is dark whiskers covering the face. So he had his looking at his face, the people used to think that he's a very knowledgeable person, he knows everything, and a sparkle in his eyes that shows his confidence. The next is read the following sentences and choose the correct one. Now we have to read the sentences and out of these we have to choose the correct one. Okay, the first one is the astrologer says that if Nayak does not leave his village again, he would. What would happen to that particular person? The first, return the money. No, face danger. Go back home and stop looking for the man who tried to kill him or not find the killer. So according to the astrologer, he would face danger. Okay. According to the narrator, the astrologer's success is his profession is primarily due to. So, what makes the astrologer so successful? Is it luck, the bargains he drives, his appearance, or his understanding of people? The right understand is his understanding of the people. So the next is C1. The story suggests that the astrologer comments and observations please people by. So this particular sentence means what makes the astrologer's comments and observations so nice and why people come to him again and again. First is, does he promise them success and good fortune? No. Proving as time passes to have been true? No. Flattering them or supporting their own views? Yes. So he used to tell them all the good things about them and how they could achieve success in their life. So he used to flatter them with different types of sentences to satisfy them. Okay, the D1. Guru Nayak consults the astrologer because he wants to. So Guru Nayak was the person who came directly to the astrologer. First, did he want to understand the past? No. Find out who the astrologer is? No, because he didn't know who the astrologer is actually. Make some money through a bet? No. So he was not interested in that. So what was he interested in? He was interested in to get the answer to a specific question. So this was the thing what Guru Nayak did. When he came to the astrologer, he just poked his hand straight to his face and he said that only one question, you have to only answer one question. Why is Guru Nayak looking for the man who tried to kill him? The first one, to take revenge, to get an apology, to demand an explanation, to prove that the man was unsuccessful. So Guru Nayak wanted to get revenge. He wanted to choke that person to death who tried to kill him. Next, the astrologer's remark makes Guru Nayak feel all the following except. So whatever the astrologer said, all these things made Guru Nayak think that the astrologer had superpowers or something else. First, relieved, suspicious, impressed, or disappointed. So he was not relieved to know that that particular person, all those information that the astrologer gave to him, for example, his name. Okay, he didn't think that he is relieved now or impressed or disappointed. He felt suspicious because how did the astrologer know his name or his entire life's history? The last is G. The reactions of the astrologer's wife to his news suggest that she was unaware of his past, has been worried about his safety, has known him since he was young, is concerned about a future. So when the astrologer's wife come to know that the astrologer had tried to kill somebody, he had to try to murder somebody when he was very young and he did a silly mistake, she was actually kind of surprised because she did not know anything about him, so she was unaware of his past. So the next question is, read the following sentences and find out true and false sentences. Correct the false sentences. We have to only correct the false sentences, not the true ones. The A one is the astrologer gave a correct prediction to the client about his past, that he was stabbed, thrown into a well, and left for dead. This is true. When the astrologer came to know that the man whom he killed is alive, he felt that he was relieved from his guilt. That is also true. The astrologer tried to back out of the deal and talked about the client's past. So, this is a false one, because we have seen that the client wanted to just know about one particular question and he was not letting the astrologer move out. So, the astrologer tried to strike a bargain with the client, then talked about the client's past. Okay, the next is the astrologer rescued himself from Guru Nayak's revenge. That is also true. The moral of the story is that we must be responsible about what we have done and should not run away from a mistake. That is also a true thing. Now, the next one is the astrologer had changed his appearance and his persona when he arrived in the city. Give specific reason. So we come to know that while he left his particular city, he didn't know where he was going, or he didn't just plan to become an astrologer. It just happened. So why it happened? See, the astrologer thought that he had murdered an innocent man over a silly quarrel when he was very young, and thus he thought that he would be arrested and sent to jail. Hence, he ran away to be safe. And when he came to that particular city, he changed his persona and appearance. The next one, the darkness lord that was inside the astrologer has disappeared. Through this sentence, explain the significance of the title, An Astrologer's Day. We have to understand why this particular lesson's name is An Astrologer's Day. See here, the astrologer had ran away from his home, far away to a foreign city, an unknown place, okay, as he had committed a serious crime of murder. When we come to know that he was the person who stabbed Guru Nayak and he had ran away. He changed his identity and persona and became an astrologer just to keep himself safe. But deep inside, he had the guilt of murdering a man over a silly quarrel when he was very young. But when he came to know about the person not dead but alive, the dark lord that was inside him disappeared. When he came to know that the person who was about to be murdered from his hand is alive, he was relieved from that particular guilt that he had not murdered anybody. He felt relieved and happy. This is the significance of the title An Astrologer's Day. This is actually that small incident what happened in that astrologer's past, and the entire story revolves around an astrologer's day. So the next question is, the astrologer feels relieved that Guru is not dead, as it relieves a great burden from him. Critically justify the statement and explain it. It is same as the sixth one. There is no difference in it. So the next question is, the astrologer wins, gets the sympathy of criticism of the reader in the end. Express your opinion with the support of the main story. So first of all, when we hear the story, we somewhere feel that we are sympathetic towards the astrologer. Now I personally think that I sympathize the astrologer because he didn't intentionally try to murder Guru Nayak. Okay, it was just a hasty silly move over a small quarrel when he was very young. Instead of running away, I thought he should have faced the problem and surrendered to the police. He must have admitted his crime. That would be better for him. However, he is genuinely sorry and felt guilty for the action for years. So even if he came very far away from his place, he was somewhere, he felt very sorry and guilty inside, and for that so many years. But when he came to know about Guru Nayak being alive, he was relieved from the burden. So when he saw Guru Nayak at that particular street, he didn't intentionally or hastily, he didn't he didn't confess his crime to him, but quietly he showed a proper way to Guru Nayak. If Guru Nayak would come to know that that was the person who tried to kill him, maybe the astrologer would be dead and Guru Nayak would have done a crime and he would be in prison. So he stopped actually Guru Nayak as well as himself from being punished. His words, a great load is gone from me today. I thought I had the blood of a man on my hands all these years. These words indicated clearly that he felt very sorry and he was guilty. Hence, I sympathize him and feel happy for him to be relieved from his undone crime. Now, the next question: if we have to eradicate the superstitions and other ill practices from a society, what steps would you like to suggest? So, to eradicate superstition and other ill practices from our society, the first thing we must do is to have the proper education. Next, the people, both young and adults, should develop a scientific and rational attitude towards an idea or a thought, so which has been continuously, what do you say, been passed from old people to us. Okay, and we are passing it unintentionally to our younger ones. The adult should stop forwarding the old superstitions and educate the young minds with the proper scientific reason behind it. For example, we should cut nails. We should not cut the nails in the night. Okay, so we should not cut nails in the night. Now this particular is a superstition, as superstition is that it brings poverty. This is what our parents will tell you, that if you cut nails in the night it will bring poverty to you, and poverty to you, and you will become very poor. So this is a superstition. So what is the right scientific or the rational approach behind is that, because in the ancient times there was no source of proper light. Okay, there was no electricity and no light bulbs and no things, so there would be a chance to cut the fingers or hurt the fingers. So this was the rational approach behind this. Okay, so the adults should stop giving these old superstitions to their younger ones, and they should think rationally behind what is the proper reason behind this. The next one is, in the story, Astrologer has a great listening power. Listening helps in developing good relations with the people. Express your opinions. What do you think about this? So the answer is yes, as listening helped him get an exact idea of the problem faced by his clients. In the similar manner, when we listen to others, it shows care and respect towards the speaker, and the person feels comfortable. So usually a person who is a very good listener is a very nice person. Okay, so people like to be with this particular person again and again, because when we tend to listen to somebody else, it shows, it makes that particular person feel comfortable around you, and he will keep on talking. Means he will be assured that there is somebody to talk with him. It also means that we are there for that particular person to help them out in any situation, good or bad. So it gives a kind of relief to that particular person that someone is there to support him. Thus we develop good listening power, as well as with the extra benefit of developing good relations with them. So not only we develop the good habit of listening to others, but also we develop very good relations with those people.